Hey everybody, welcome back to Magic Orthodoxy. My name's David, and this is a magic review. Hey, today we're back in my magic library, and we're going to take a look at Mindsight. This is a new book from Andreu Bermudez. So the plot of this is it's a book of mentalism effects. It's a book of magic effects using what Andreu calls DMM. It's his DMM principle, which stands for Direct Mind Reading Masterpiece. So this is a single method, okay, let's get that straight. It's a single method that Andreu teaches you, and then he applies it to the rest of the effects that are in the book. So once you learn the first one, you pretty much understand all the rest. But this book also includes Andrew's personal thoughts on mentalism, mind reading, performing in general. It contains his perspective on how to make your mentalism look as real and as powerful as it can with your spectators. It includes his personal takes on philosophy and mind reading and just, coming up with your own character and creating your own original ideas. So in the book, your first effect is DMM. You're being introduced to the Direct Mind Reading Masterpiece, and it's a 20 questions game in which you do the popular 20 questions game. You give them a laminated game card, and you have them select something, and then through a series of questions, less than 20, you mentally come up with the effect. There's an effect on there called Real ESP, where you use a non-forced ESP card, and then only through 2 questions, so again, you're using the 20 questions principle, only through two questions that you're able to divine what card it is they're thinking of. And that's true. I mean, you don't need to use the deck. You don't even need to write anything down. This could be a thought of ESP card, and through 2 questions, you're able to divine which card they're thinking of. There's an effect in there called Sentimental, where your choice of prediction now is about an emotion. So like love, hate, happiness, or something like that. They pick an emotion, and then you deduce what it is. There's another effect on there called Secreto Arcano. And this is where, just through a series of different questions, you determine somebody's zodiac sign. So again, you're using one method through all the tricks, but Andrew's just giving you enough effects where you could repeat this maybe in a different performance, but using the same method. So just a couple of questions we always ask about all of our magic products. The first of which is this original? I think it's original in presentation. I think Andreu has come up with a creative way to go through the witch hand routine. He's incorporated some really cool elements, and if you read the write-up or watch his trailer, you'll pick up on some of those, and so you'll learn a little bit more about that. So I would encourage you to go out and watch his trailer. So I think he does have an original approach to some of these classic methods of mentalism. Production value. What's the production value? Well, this is a well-made book. It does cover the subject in depth, and you do get lots of material. How much practice does it require? It will require some practice. This isn't instantaneous. You won't just read the method and go, oh, I could do this tomorrow. It'll take some memorization. It'll probably take some crib notes. Possibly it'll take some additional utilities that you'll need to purchase. So there is some practice. There is some practice to this process. Positives for this. It's very creative. Very creative twist on the witch hand principle. There's lots of information here to work with. Andrew's gone above and beyond to give you as much as he possibly could to effectively do the DMM effect. Negatives. There's negatives with everything. There's always going to be some negatives. These are just my negatives. They don't have to be yours. Negatives for this is it still is a single method. Okay, this is one method, and while it's true that he's given you multiple routines, personally, I would only do one of these effects on stage one time, because if you were to do 2 or 3, then the process to deduce what the thought of item is the same, and so you kind of want to mix it up. And even though plot-wise the effects are mixed up, the method isn't mixed up. Does that make sense? So my one negative would be that it's just a single method, and I really would only do one of these effects on stage at a time per performance. Okay, so is it worth my money? Is it worth my money? I've seen this book as low as $56. I've seen it as high as $75, and it's about 70 pages total in general, and so you're almost paying $1 a page. Okay, just put that out there. And then on top of that, there's really only 4 total stage tricks to do. So even though you're getting a lot of his philosophy, even though you're getting a lot of his notes, it's still 4 effects with one method for between $56 and $75. So you would have to determine, is that worth it for you? I can't tell you that. Who would like this though? I think this is really centered on working stage magicians. People who do mentalism on stage, who have that kind of arena to choose from. I think some mentalism works one-on-one, and while these tricks could work one-on-one, I think the presentation of them opens themselves up to being something more that you would do on a bigger scale. And so that's just me. But I think that there's an investment not only with the book, but there's also an investment with some of the extra utility that you might need to do this. And so I think once you start adding in those costs, I think it becomes less attractive to somebody who's just a casual magician, somebody who doesn't do this for a living, someone who just, likes to buy a couple tricks a year. I think this would be more suited towards people who actually work professionally in this arena. So that is my review for Mindsight from Andreu Bermudez. And then if you'd like to pick up your own copy, you can find it from one of your favorite Murphy's Magic suppliers. Thanks. Bye.